not a career option, it was a dream.
Okay.
So initially though I was in a lot of dilemma because as you said, a lot of people opt for IAS and I did not want to go against the crowd or against the tide.
To every daughter of India, hear this. You are the architects of our nation's future, the keepers of its spirit and the warriors of its hope. The path to the UPSC may be tough, but your courage is tougher. Your dreams can shape policies. Your voice can lead a billion, and your determination can inspire generations. Stand tall, daughters of India, because the finest service calls for the finest hearts. This is your time to rise, to shine, and to lead India into a brighter tomorrow. Jai Hind.
And what was your service preference?
So I had opted for Indian Foreign Service as my first preference,
Okay.
and the second was IAS, and the third was the normal.
So why did you usually the students they go for IAS? Why did you go for IFS?
So I think that this exam is actually a 2 or 3 year process, but the job that you do is something that is going to stay with you for the next 30 years of your life. So you must choose what really interests you and what you're actually passionate about. For myself, I think 2 major reasons played a role. The first one was that I actually really liked studying about international relations. In fact, right now also I have a few books in line which I was planning to read about international relations after the interview gets over. So my interest lies in that area, and I think my strengths can be better utilized for the country if I join the IFS.
So do you feel in hindsight that maybe PSIR could have been a better option?
Yes, sir, I sometimes felt that because I wanted to know more about international relations, and GS में international relations is touched upon but not in too much depth. But hopefully I'll read more about it now.
Okay, so it was a dream to enter into the foreign services like before you began your preparation, or during the course of preparation your knowledge expanded or your experience expanded in such a manner that you felt that this is a service which I want to be in?
Yes, sir. So for me, IFS was not a career option, it was a dream.
Okay.
So initially though I was in a lot of dilemma because as you said, a lot of people opt for IAS and I did not want to go against the crowd or against the tide and do something that nobody else does and regret it later maybe. But then through the course of this preparation, I had a stronger resolution for IFS as I came to know more and more about international relations, and I started being more aware about the Indian Foreign Services officers that are there throughout the world. And I really liked the job profile, and that is why I opted for it.
Okay.
In a world full of challenges and uncertainty, what sets a leader apart is their ability to inspire hope and confidence on a global scale. Today I want to recognize someone truly remarkable, our very own Minister Jai Shankar. His diplomacy has reached far beyond our borders and made a real impact on the world. At the recent G20 summit, the President of Indonesia spoke highly of Minister Jai Shankar, calling him an icon of diplomacy.
So, I mean, what are the challenges which you see, not like going forward, but like during the course of preparation? How do you find that the job of an IFS officer is challenging, or it is interesting, or it is that adrenal rush giving, so that any students who have doubts, maybe they can get more insight into that.
So sir, I'd say challenges for one might be opportunities for another.
Yes, yes.
So the challenges that IFS provides are actually the things that interest me a lot. For example, you have to travel, you have to shift from one country to another. And here I'd like to say that since I come from an army background, I have always traced my identity to India as an entire country and not to any particular state or district. So representing India on an international platform in itself is something that I have always desired. So that everything that I see in the Indian Foreign Services appears to me as something very interesting, something that gives me great opportunity to present myself there and learn more and more. So I think it will be an enriching experience.
Yeah, and when events like evacuation from Afghanistan take place, the job, it requires very different kind of things. Many of the times you have to like bring back.
And do you consider that the risks will expand?
Well, to be honest, why the club? Because there was another club. It was called the G7 and you wouldn't let anybody else into that club. So we said we go and form our own club.
My father has been in the army and my mother is a teacher. So there is always a flair of serving the society, I'd say, in the families. It might not impact you anyway academically, but it might impact you psychologically. Usually there is a saying that it is all general knowledge, but it is not so. There is a defined syllabus. You have to go through it accordingly. Coaching seems to be the silver bullet to all the problems for us. Being patient with yourself and waiting for the results is the right way to go about it. Have certain amount of self-confidence in yourself. Discipline is something that is very necessary. So please take care of your mental health, because any exam, any competitive exam takes a huge toll on the mental health. Most of the questions were very analytical and very thought-provoking. Something that I had to think about sitting there itself. They were questions which took the shape of a very mature conversation. The first question I was asked was the meaning of my name. They asked me if you even know what your name means. They asked me what that border is, which part of the country is it found in, which tribe paints it. And then there was a series of questions where they put up names of different handicrafts and I had to identify the part of India where those handicrafts come from. The interview is actually pretty unpredictable because it can take any direction. I would try to copy all the things that others would say, the things that toppers would say. And sometimes you need to carve your own way because everyone has a different path to success. Not every journey can be one and the same.